Angel Reese says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits. All right, so Angel Reese says this. Rob, if you want to play this. You know what I love watching? I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met in your life.
Angel Reese, the so-called Bayou Barbie, decided to shoot her shot. Not on the court, though, because that would require actually making shots, but at the WNBA's payroll department. That's right. She had the audacity to demand a massive pay raise as if she were Caitlin Clark or someone who actually puts up game-changing numbers.
Still be on the rookie contract again. Mm-hmm. The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
No, they are.
Who's that?
I'm hurt.
They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the
I
meetings.
gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out.
That's a possibility for real.
We're sitting out.
Is that Shaq's 24 shoes in the back? That's Shaq's
That
shoes
might
right
be.
when he came out.
Yeah, I
those
think
are
so.
Shaq's shoes in the back.
But here's the real kicker. Right after making that wild demand, she went out and delivered one of the worst performances of her career. And that's saying something because Reese already has a history of putting up games that make even WNBA stat keepers do a double take.
Look, man, Angel Reese just got ejected, going at it with Tiffany Hayes. Just 2 hard fouls on her. And then Angel just first off, what is this? Come on, Angel. You're not like that to do all that. Relax. Just catch it, go up with 2, make the layup. But look at this.
Fresh off a season where she's been more famous for her social media antics than her on-court dominance, Reese decided she deserved a raise. And not just a slight bump in pay. No, she reportedly demanded millions. Let's pause right there. Millions? In the WNBA? For someone who isn't even close to being a top-tier player? Reese must think she's in the NBA or maybe forgot that WNBA salaries don't magically skyrocket just because you have a strong Twitter following.
Said they want to get paid. Possibility. Reese has been vocal about her low WNBA salary, revealing her $74,000 a year salary doesn't cover rent, stating on Instagram Live, I just hope you know that the WNBA doesn't pay my bills at all. I don't even think they pay one of my bills. Reese's financial struggles stem from WNBA salary not matching her past earnings, as her NIL valuation at LSU was $1.8 million, bolstered by deals with Reebok, PlayStation, McDonald's, and Coach, while a 4-year rookie deal was $324,000 with $74,000 due next season. She quipped, hating pays them bills, baby, noting I can't read this, Tom's better. Brand deals, not basketball, sustain her, especially since the WNBA's $200 million revenue last season only allocated 9.3% to salaries, unlike the NBA's 50% share of the $5.3 billion in 2023. Adam, thought.
After making her demand, all eyes were on Angel Reese to see how she'd respond. This was her chance to put up a dominant 30-point game, snag 20 rebounds, and prove she was worth every dollar she was asking for. Yeah, that did not happen. Instead, she went out there and laid an egg. And not just any egg. A performance so bad that even her biggest fans were left speechless. She couldn't hit a shot if the hoop was twice the size. Her rebounding? That's literally her only elite skill. Meanwhile, the opposing team was thriving whenever she was on the court, practically handing out turnovers like it was a charity event.
Hard foul. Watch. She gonna start clapping. She was already doing this to play before. That's a foul. You hacking. And then she just like real attitude-ish, like throwing her hands, like waving off, like She did it to her coach earlier on in the game. Now she's talking to the refs. She gonna get a T already. And look, she's gonna start pointing at Tiffany Hayes. And then she's gonna stand in front of Tiffany Hayes and start pointing at her. And look how Tiffany Hayes looking at her. Looking at her, I'm about to check your jaw. Chill out.
And let's talk about body language. Reese is known for her confidence, right? Well, when things started going south, that confidence disappeared real quick. Instead of stepping up, she started complaining to the refs, rolling her eyes at teammates, and throwing her hands up like someone else was to blame for her disaster-class performance. By the time the game ended, the internet was having a field day. WNBA fans, NBA fans, even casual sports watchers couldn't believe what they had just witnessed. This was supposed to be Angel Reese's moment, the night she proved she was worth the millions she was demanding. Instead, it became the night she proved the exact opposite.
Out. And then she's talking crazy. Like, what? She's out of here. You're out of here. Like, come on, you gotta chill out. You gotta chill out. Gotta chill out. doing too much. Your team needs you and you're doing way too much. Look, did it again. Like, your team needs you, bruh.
This whole saga raises a bigger question. Will she actually learn from this? Or will she double down, blame the refs, blame her teammates, maybe even blame the air in the gym? Anything except looking in the mirror? Because if she wants those millions, she's going to have to earn them. And right now, she's proving she's nowhere close. If you ever wanted a step-by-step guide on how to put on a basketball disaster class and still get cheered for, look no further than Angel Reese's latest performance. It wasn't just bad, it was spectacularly bad. You'd think someone with her size and supposed dominance in the paint would at least be able to convert layups, right?
Kuna Matata. Oh, really? Which, you know, that's for all ages, I would like to think. But good to have Gunna and Turbo in the house.
We appreciate the support.
Yes, very much so. There's your Gunna minute. Back to Angel Reese.
Time after time, she got the ball in prime position near the hoop, took her signature awkward steps, and proceeded to brick shot after shot like she was getting paid per missed attempt. At one point, it looked like she was actively testing the durability of the backboard with all the bricks she was throwing up. And the best part? The crowd still clapped. They cheered as if she had just pulled off an elite post move instead of failing a basic finish. This might be the most impressive part of Reese's game, somehow making players with half her hype and a fraction of her endorsements look like all-stars. Opposing centers, some of whom barely get recognized outside of hardcore WNBA circles, were making her look like a G League practice player. She got out-rebounded, out-hustled, out-maneuvered. Every time she tried to impose her will, the defense shut her down so effectively that even the referees seemed confused about whether they should call a foul or just let nature take its course.
Collection of missed layups. I can't even believe this is real. I just stumbled across of it. There's 2 different videos now floating around out there, and it's unbelievable. Now, Angel Reese last night, once again, had one of the worst shooting games in the history of planet Earth. For what's supposed to be a big, I mean, what in the hell is going on here? I understand her team won. I get it. 5 of 13 from the field. 13 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, only 10 points.
And yet, after all this, commentators were still trying to spin it positively. She's showing great effort. That's a tough miss, but she'll get it next time. You have to love her tenacity. Bro, what tenacity? There's a fine line between perseverance and just repeatedly failing at the same thing while expecting different results. No Reese performance would be complete without theatrics. As the game went from bad to worse, the classic Angel Reese body language made an appearance. The hands up in frustration, the death stares at refs, the exaggerated reactions when teammates miss shots, even though she was bricking worse than anyone, and, of course, the blame game. Whether it was officiating, her teammates, or just plain bad luck, she always had an excuse locked and loaded.
Accepting her award, her participation trophy from the Unrivaled. She was named the Unrivaled, you see that right there, the Unrivaled Defensive Player of the Year, Angel Reese. All right. Awesome. So she says, God, thank you for getting me through these highs and lows. Prayers. Be where your feet are and allow yourself growth.
Despite delivering one of the worst performances of her career, Angel Reese still found herself at the center of attention, not because of her struggles, but because of the relentless hype surrounding her. The stat sheet painted a brutal picture, yet her fan base rushed to her defense, conveniently ignoring the numbers. Mainstream sports outlets scrambled to salvage a single highlight to spin positively, desperate to maintain the narrative. And, as expected, the WNBA media played along, brushing it off as just one of those nights, instead of acknowledging the growing pattern. If there's one thing Angel Reese has mastered, it's the art of losing without consequences. She's turned underperformance into a spectacle, where accountability takes a backseat to manufactured praise. If you ever want to have a terrible game and still be treated like a superstar, just follow the Angel Reese method. Miss shots that any professional should make get thoroughly outplayed by athletes earning a fraction of your salary. Blame everything and everyone, except yourself, while social media does the heavy lifting for your reputation. And just like that, you too can turn failure into applause, proving that in today's sports world, hype can sometimes outweigh performance.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too. And I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game, and Kennedy has been here before, obviously, but there are so many great players in this league that have deserved this for a really, really long time. And luckily, it's coming now.
She's not just overhyped. She's convinced she's a basketball superstar, despite the cold, hard truth staring her in the face. She's simply not that good. How did this happen? How did Angel Reese build such unshakable confidence despite her stats screaming otherwise? Simple. She's been locked in an echo chamber of lies, a place where accountability doesn't exist, criticism is dismissed as hate, and mediocrity is celebrated as dominance. The first step in keeping someone deluded is surrounding them with yes men, and Reese's circle is working overtime. Her mom, her teammates, her friends, they all prop up this false narrative that she's an unstoppable force, ignoring the glaring reality that she struggles to consistently perform at a high level, and until she steps out of that bubble, the cycle will continue. The excuses will pile up. The performances will remain inconsistent. And she'll keep wondering why the millions she demands never seem to come her way.
She helped you tonight. Barbie's Rookie of the Year. There's no other way to put it. She goes out, she does her work every single night, no matter what team we're facing. I'm telling you, Barbie's Rookie of the Year for sure.